On November 13, 2022, 4 college students went to sleep in their off-campus house in Moscow, Idaho. 2 of their roommates were home that same night and survived. By morning, Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogan, Xana Knodel, and Ethan Chapin were dead, stabbed. The door was unlocked. There were no signs of forced entry, and for weeks, nobody knew who did it. The 4 victims were students at the University of Idaho. Kaylee and Madison were best friends, inseparable. Xana and her boyfriend Ethan had just come home from a party. They were 20 and 21 years old. They had finals coming up. They had plans for Thanksgiving. None of them made it. Somewhere between 4 o'clock and 4:25 a.m., an intruder entered the house through a sliding back door. He moved through the house with terrifying precision. 2 roommates on the lower floor heard noises but didn't investigate. One opened her bedroom door and saw a figure in black walking past. She was so frozen with fear she locked herself in her room. The attacker walked out the same way he came in. When the surviving roommates finally emerged hours later, they assumed their friends were sleeping in. It wasn't until early afternoon that they called 911. By then, the killer was long gone. Moscow, Idaho had not seen a homicide in decades. The town of 25,000 people was shaken to its core. Students slept with weapons. Parents drove hours to bring their children home. And investigators, with very few leads, started working backward. The breakthrough came from a single piece of evidence left at the scene: a Ka-bar knife sheath. DNA found on the sheath matched genetic genealogy databases. Investigators traced it back to one man, Bryan Kohberger, a 28-year-old PhD student in criminology at Washington State University, just 10 miles from the crime scene. Phone data placed his car near the house 12 times in the months before the murders, including the night of the killings. Investigators believed he had been stalking the victims long before he attacked. In July 2025, Bryan Kohberger pleaded guilty to all 4 murders. He was sentenced to 4 consecutive life sentences, without the possibility of parole, plus an additional 10 years. He offered no explanation, no motive. Families of the victims stood in court and told him exactly what he had taken from them. He stared straight ahead and said nothing. Bryan Kohberger studied criminology. He was supposed to understand why people commit crimes and how to stop them. Instead, he used that knowledge to kill. He chose 4 people who had done nothing wrong. And for years, he let their families live without answers. The victims, Kaylee, Madison, Xana, and Ethan, deserved more than a guilty plea. They deserved to know why. That answer may never come.